Let's pretend there's a massive contingent of people who want me to include more Mario content on this channel. Well, I got this cartridge from the Maryland Library System, and we're going to be doing something we rarely do on this channel, which is play a 2D Mario game. I mean, there are a lot of games that we don't play on this channel, not because they're bad, but because they're just not really in my orbit, and they tend to be too expensive, and they tend to be hard to find. And for a person who doesn't like spending $60 on video games, trying to play Mario games isn't that easy. Like, I don't want to spend $60 to play Mario Odyssey, even though it seems pretty good, actually. I never played it at a kiosk. Actually, no, I did play it at a kiosk, like, when it launched. But I was like, that was just to kind of see what the vibe was. Never played this at a kiosk, but I was never really wild about the 2D Mario games that got made on the Wii, but I never really played them on this channel. So maybe this game is apparently good. I've been told it's actually the best 2D Mario game of the polygonal era, which is to say it's better than Mario 3 and Mario 4 or Yoshi's Island. We'll play as Mario, the Ryu of this game. I like Mario games fine, but the reason I don't play them very much on this channel is because I just don't really get that into them. They're games that I would play. Like when I pulled out my Super Nintendo Classic, I played Mario for maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. But I did play a lot of Mario World when I still had my Super Nintendo. Controls seem decent because that was always the main complaint with Mario games, with the 3D Mario games, that they just didn't control that well. And I mean, it looks like a 2D game too. It looks like it uses Flash animation, which is fine. I'll double check. I have not observed what the sales numbers were for this game. I tend to believe it didn't sell nearly as well as the Zelda games did. By Zelda, I mean Breath of the Wild and Tales of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom. My apologies. What was that game? Obviously, this is an era where every Pokemon game sells like 10 million, sells 12 million copies just for showing up. By which I mean mainline Pokemon games. Arceus probably sold 20 million copies. Um, I don't think the Mystery Dungeon games sold that well. I'll double check. Everything about those games reeks of, okay, they probably sold 1 million copies just for showing up, but I tend to believe most people who played it didn't like it. Mystery Dungeon games are made more for people like me, the nerds who are into really redunculous turn-based RPGs. And the Mystery Dungeon games are like 80s throwbacks. Let me put this more specifically. The 80s throwbacks that are the Pokemon games, like the original Pokemon games, they're basically turn-based games from like the 80s, early 90s at the latest. Like they weren't particularly ambitious. They were just turn-based battles with a lot of like inventory management, if you will. I guess they're like card battlers in a way. And then there's the games I prefer, which are, the mystery dungeon games. I have another one of them around here. I got the Sheeran remake is available on the Switch right now. I'll be pulling that one out a bit later. I have not played that many mystery dungeon games on this channel now that I think about it. Because I played the Touhou mystery dungeon game. I forgot what it was called. The Endless Dungeon game. It was a Touhou game. Touhou. I played that on this channel when Red Dead Redemption came out. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. But the difference was that game and what was the other Pokemon game I played? Not the Mystery Dungeon game. Fatal Labyrinth. I don't know if I included all the Fatal Labyrinth videos. I'll pull them out later. But Fatal Labyrinth is a bad one of those. It's a frustrating one of those where it's like the game was constantly pounding you in the head, but it never really gives you anything you really need to advance. It's a game where you can pound your head against it for 10 hours and never feel any reward because you never really seem to get anything that helps you. You almost never get anything that helps you in Fatal Labyrinth. Whereas in Mystery Dungeon, it's a bit more fair, I would argue. Izuka 2 on the Game Boy I played a while ago. Izuka 2 is the kind of game I think it's a DS game. Izuka 2 is a game that seemed way more fair in terms of what it gave you to help you survive. Unless I could save this. But those are mystery dungeon games. We're not gonna be talking about that here. I bought Mario Maker when I bought my Wii U, and I barely even played it. I did a few videos of it just to kind of figure out how to do certain things. And like most people, I just didn't do anything with it. It's not a game that's bad. It's just a game that I haven't bothered to really wrap my head around. It's a game that I haven't spent any time with. I probably should have. Characters. We're not gonna switch, are we? But yeah, it's like 2D Mario games to me. I don't really like. I can appreciate the level design in a lot of in a lot of games like Mario 3 and Mario 4, which I like quite a bit. Yoshi's Island I liked way more than I probably should have, but it's admittedly these games do a lot well in terms of the level design, but I never really vibed on the whole 2D obstacle course thing. Like if there was more exploration, I'd be okay with it. But I've always got the vibe from a lot of these games that they were just obstacle courses and nothing else. That works. He just runs underneath the bricks. That's kind of cool. But yeah, the parts of these games that I like tend to be like the different suits you get. And the finding secret areas so that you can like find a key that opens up another part of the map. Like that kind of thing seems interesting. Like the overworld map you'll see in Mario 3 and Mario 4. But like plain old regular Mario with the hold on. Just a second. Okay, so I got the waypoint. Can't go down? Okay, fine. Guess they really want me to have the elephant. Okay, I'm sure that serves a purpose later on in the game. This is supposed to be a 4-player game, right? Oh, so you gather up water, then you can spit it out. Okay. Okay, so you can keep it in your trunk. But is that because first of all, this game did not come with a manual, so is this stuff explained? Yeah. Yes, this stuff explained. Playing with a gamepad, of course. Dash and jump. Ground pound. ZL seems good. I'm playing with a D-pad. I'm not even going to bother playing with a stick. It's a 2D Mario game. Motion controls. Get out of here with that nonsense. Master System language. You can talk in English. We can talk in Korean. That might be fun. Yeah. Control guide. Greeting. I don't care about that. We're playing with a regular controller. We're playing with a gamepad actually. Okay. Fine. Basic stuff. Not as helpful as I was expecting. So I'm assuming there's a flower around here that will tell me what the trunk will be used for. Give me the loot. Hold on. More crap. I have no idea what's happening, by the way. I guess the flower should have explained that to me. Come on. There we go. I'll take that. I got a Vunda seed. No idea what that's for, but thank you very much. So was there no time limit on that? I mean, I'm not complaining. Would I ever play Mario 1 again? Super Mario Brothers is a game that I play like once every 5 or so years. I'm like, meh. Can't even be bothered to finish it. I played a bit of it when I first got the Super Nintendo. When I first got the Nintendo back in 1989, 1990, I played a bit of it. I never liked it as much as my siblings did. Like basically because I never really got into Mario. I never really felt any nostalgia for it. But I did like Mario 3 quite a bit. Mario 2 I kind of like on its own vibe because it's more exploratory. And of course the fact that you can like go into alternate worlds and pick up coins that way, get warp zone coins and stuff like that. Like getting extra, you can just swat them away with your trunk. That's cool. The Mario everyone knows. Okay, I'm sure that serves a purpose. Yeah, this feels solid. Probably not as solid as Mario 3, but it feels very solid. I would argue it feels more solid than, say, Mario 1. There's my hot take, I suppose. Yeah, like the idea of like couch co-op Mario seems to have a lot of appeal to a certain population. Which means if I rented this game, yeah, sure, I'd play with my siblings, even the ones who don't play video games anymore. Because this sounds like the kind of game they would play. Like Mario's like a known Whoops, that was bad. Like Mario's a known. Ow, bastard. Yeah, I'm not an elephant anymore either, so that sucks. Probably should have just stayed as an elephant. Uh-oh, auto-scrolling. Well, there's that psychedelic vibe everyone loves about Mario games. Yeah, okay. This doesn't sound like Little Shop of Horrors to me. I don't approve. Whoops. Well, I guess I lost out on the musical number. A lot of extra lives in this. Actually, when did I get those extra lives? I wonder. Pun intended. That was totally intended. Maybe I shouldn't pick that up. Piranha Plants on Parade. Are they singing in Japanese or are they singing in fictional? Actually, wasn't paying attention to the voice acting. The flowers will speak in Japanese. That was bad. Oh, crap. So it's like so they're doing a DDR thing. It's like Dance Dance Revolution, except it's a platformer, which has been done. Yeah, Nippon Ichi did a platformer with. They did a rhythm platformer, and I forgot what it was called. Oh, come on! What was it called? I played it on this channel. There's actually a free demo of it. But yeah, that was an actual platformer that Nippon Ichi did back in the day. I think it was a Mad Rat Dead. I think it was called. But yeah, I played it on the PS4 on this channel, and it was. And you know what? People who like Nippon Ichi games and Nippon Ichi stories, they might be interested in what they were trying to do with that game. Because that game very much felt like it felt like it was very much part of the Nippon Ichi's, dark humor. It's very much appropriate for their house aesthetic, if you will. Anime shenanigans with a bit of dark humor, which I always appreciated. I mean, the freaking lab rat is having an existential crisis in the very first chapter of that game. So again, that seems appropriate for a Nippon Ichi game. If you've played Disgaea and games like that. So yeah, the concept of a a rhythm game, a rhythm platformer is not unique. It wasn't even unique when Mad Rat Dead came out, whatever it was called. Was it? It wasn't even unique when that game came out, is what I'm saying. But I think ever since these rhythm games became more popular, people were wondering, hey, what if we added these principles to other genres? Like Hi-Fi Rush is apparently one of those. It's like, what if, was that was that a Hideki Kamiya game? I forget. The Devil May Cry guy. Yeah, like the question was always, is this that kind of game? Like, was it always meant to be a rhythm game just based around, fighting or combat? Because I think that was the thing with because that was the thing with Hi-Fi Rush, right? Is that you were supposed to treat it like a rhythm game because your combos were stronger if you timed them properly. And there was always this sense in a lot of these games that he seemed to be upset. He seemed to be upset that I squashed him. Oh well, what you get for spitting coins at me. Just saying. Brother had it coming. Uh-oh. Darn it. Boy. Get these Koopa shells. Some things never change. It's right. It's right. Did I get a bunch of one-ups? Probably not. Can't take the shell with me. Scared. Mario's like, I'll do you anyway. I don't care if you're scared. I'll do you like I do everyone else. Ooh, Mario's a wall jump. Wasn't paying attention to that earlier, but there we go. Yeah, we good. I'll take it. So it takes me back right to where I got in. Oh, I can press the A button for something. What am I doing? What did I get when I pressed the A button there? The game doesn't tell me how to play the game. Player options. Okay, where are the controls explained? There we go. A button is to deploy an item balloon. I don't have a balloon. Oh, that's what the A button is for. So I get another elephant. Okay. Does that mean I get to... Come on! Jeez. Nice. Can I go in any of these? Yeah, like I wouldn't want to make like a pipe maze in a Mario game. But I would definitely want to have like more alternate routes and things like that. Suck it. So every duplicate item I get goes into the backpack. So it's kind of like what other game did that? Spit it. Yeah, what? Yeah, Tetris Effect does that. Huh. Well, we got this. Can we go up and over? Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Give me the loot. Yeah, it's a nice touch. Darn it. Back over here. There we go. Had to time it properly. And I'm playing this on a TV with lower input latency than my capture card, which is the way it's supposed to be. Darn it. I guess sometimes they come back. Okay, so I thought I missed a block over there. Yeah, I thought I missed a block over there. Okay, hold on, let me get that mushroom back. So I do like that you can hoard duplicate items. That's cool. Of course, in the other Mario games, every block that had a mushroom would eventually give you a flower. At least in the first Mario game. Yeah, control seems solid. I think. Can you do a 3-step jump? Excuse me. I don't think I can hit both of those. Just a second. Ah! Tried to spit it. Tried to kick him. So it doesn't stay that way forever, unfortunately. Whoops. Can we still hit him? I think those blocks only have coins in them. I probably shouldn't even be worried about these. Darn it. So I guess I have to go higher. Give me that. There we go. That's the Japanese voice acting on the flower. You have anything useful other than random Japanese statements? Darn it! Oh well, screw that. Ah! Got it. Nothing. Totally not worth it in any way. Yeah, whatever. Give me the loot. Suck it. Oh, it's on now. So what am I collecting these stars for? Oh, they extend the length of the special mode we're in. Yeah. So it extends the length of the Starman mode. Oh, look at that. Tearing them up. Whoops! Okay, that was dumb. Oh well. I like that idea, having Starman in that special mode. That seems cool, because you can extend the length of Starman if you keep collecting the stars. Huh. I'm going to need something to break that. Give me a second. Yeah, seems decent, actually. Yeah, spit a few more out, dog. That's right. So does he ever recover from that state? Probably not. And we got Acorn. Is there only one acorn on screen at a time? Yeah, it looks like it. What's wrong, son? You don't know what happened there, but I'll take it. Give me the loot! Not running away from me, son. Yeah. I was gonna run through the flagpole. But you know how squirrels are. The squirrels are always scared. So this one defends itself by spitting acorns at you. Yeah, which is appropriate for a Mario game, I think. That's not inappropriate. Yeah, this game seems fine. I'm just curious. Well, I don't know how difficult it gets, but again, I don't like paying $60. I don't like paying the $60 Nintendo tax on all these Mario games, so I usually only play the cheap ones. Like, remember when Mario Galaxy was $20 on the Wii? Will Nintendo ever do that again? Probably not. Although you could argue that's another way to push product, because if they have like millions of discs lying around they just never sold, they can push them for $20 if they ever need to like move a bunch of them. Because obviously the Wii didn't need to make any more money for Nintendo. That thing sold like what 115 million copies or something. But if they had like, imagine if you're Nintendo and you have like 5 million discs lying around and no one's buying them, then sure, you'll repackage them as $20 games. Nintendo, I don't think has actually officially released any $20 games on the Switch. But obviously, if you go to Walmart, there are, discount value bin games for every console, including the Switch. Most of the Switch games aren't that great. Like, you can get for $20, you can get like Plants vs Zombies Complete Edition, which you can play offline with bots, which is I played a bunch of that on this channel. It seems like it's a perfectly decent like character based game, like Saints Row with cuter characters, I guess. Like it seems fine. I mean, I got it for $4, so I'm not complaining. That was a $20 game. Burnout Paradise is decent. It's a solid C plus, I guess. Obviously, you can get games like Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. It's probably one of the best games on the platform. It's a $20 game. Although the input latency is kind of high, but I think most people can get around it. So again, it's probably not appropriate for like expert level play, but I think so if you just want to play like a reasonably entertaining Street Fighter game, yeah, that's always going to hold up. Again, maybe people are complaining about the input latency, but the ROMs are there. It's a perfectly reasonable Street Fighter 2 game. I did buy that. I don't know if I ever played it on this channel. It's one of those games that I bought it and I liked it and never went back to it. But if you had to get a $20 game on a Switch, yeah, obviously. Light of Hope is like a solid C plus game. But yeah, Street Fighter 2 is always a good time if you're into fighting games. I tend to believe that Cowabunga collection is going to be in the $20 mark eventually, but it's always been hovering around the $40 mark, which is not unexpected for the Nickelodeon studios, honestly. Press R in midair. Oh! Hello. That's a wrinkle. Okay, didn't get the timing right. Huh. Yes, ZL. There you go. Nice. Itarashai. So this game has like 8 languages, I think. Yeah, that as a simplified Chinese, Korean, and a couple of others. French. Gotta have Spanish in here. You guys got Spanish, don't you? It'd be absurd if you didn't. So maybe this is an All World edition. It's not like the old days when games only came out in Japan and never anywhere else. Where's that listed? Traditional. I don't know what that. Are we talking about like Mandarin versus whatever? Like I don't know what the two kinds of Chinese are in this case. Maybe one's more appropriate for children. Korean, France, Okay, we got French Canadians and French. Alemán, Espanol, so Castilian Spanish versus Latino American Spanish, Italian, Dutch. There's got to be some Dutch language video games that I haven't played yet. Probably developed by Nixus. Portuguese, European Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, Russian. Yeah. Now, just off the top of your head, kids, what language should they have included? No Hindi. Although, how much? Obviously, if they can make do with English, will probably be fine. But no Hindi. Kind of surprised. Wonder what the Indian video game industry is doing these days. I don't think I've ever played a video game from India. Although Annapurna did a couple of games, so we got a wide open area here. That's cool. So the rock fell here. It's huge. So I need 10 flower coins, which I have. Got 112 of them on the top left-hand corner of the screen. That's the kind of thing I would like to do in a Mario game. I like the idea of having a structure like that, where you collect stuff which you can use to open up new areas of the map. That sounds cool. Yeah, that seems cool. Online, please, we're antisocial. They tell you the difficulty level, which is always nice. So we have to clear that area out to get through that area. Okay. You can jump. So that gave me one more of those purple coins. Motion controls. Yeah, screw that. A badge challenge. Huh. Junior Woodchuck badges. Is that what we're doing, like in DuckTales? What do they got going on here? Flower coins as payment. So those purple coins. Coins for so that's a boost badge. I don't know what badges do. Strange power. Increased remaining layout. But we can save. Why do we need one-ups? Okay, kids, do the math. If you want 5 lives, you want to spend 25 coins or 20. So it's a bundle deal. By one of these kids. One of these. No, not really. Not even thinking about it. Break time. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, having these wide open areas seems really cool. Stuff they should have added to Mario games like a decade and a half ago, but here we are. Okay, let's see what's up. It's amazing what they can do with Mario Maker these days. Like, what rules can you change in a Mario game, or are you just, making your own levels in Mario Maker? While in midair, press R to open your head, float slate. Lets you play while using a specific badge's abilities. You'll begin in small forms, you won't lose any lives. Okay. That's cool. You can try to 1cc it later, I suppose. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Ah, darn it. Whoop, that could have been bad. Because I get too greedy here. It's only 1 coin. Do we still get extra lives when we get 100 coins? I can't go any higher, can I? Let me try that out. Okay, I might have hosed myself. Ah! Good thing I don't lose lives. Boy, that was stupid. Yeah, I gotta practice that. Give me the loot. So there are 3 of these 10 coins here. 3 of these. Yeah, 3 of these 10 coins are here. That's right. Give me that. All right. Darn it. Can't go any higher. That's fine. So that means I missed out on those coins then, right? Bastuja. Yeah, this might be all right. I could be playing Skyrim, but here I am playing Mario games. Again, I admit I'm still in the sample and hold mode. I'm just kind of sampling everything I can get my hands on and ultimately sitting down with the games I really like later. Like someday I'll finally be able to sit down with Minecraft and really dig into it the way I did like a decade ago. It seems way harder in the version I play on the 360. I'll be the first to admit that. It's probably been updated too many times. So I guess we'll do that later. Why would I want to play? Why would I want to play online on a Nintendo console? Who would ever want to do that? Nope. My mama told me that there are nasty people on the internet, so I'm not going to play online with them. Uh, how we doing this? Nope. So we'll just sample these and we'll end the video eventually. Yeah, this seems good too. Again, is it worth $60 good? Of course not. Is any Mario game worth $60? Of course not. Let's not be absurd. Oh. Am I supposed to beat them? Nope, they just keep coming. So maybe I don't have to beat them. Hello. That's a wrinkle. Yeah, this feels fine. Trolls feel tight. They feel more than they feel like appropriate for a Mario game. They're tight where they need to be. They're tight. They're as tight as they need to be, and I appreciate that. There we go. So you got to hold on to the run button. I guess you have to hold on to the run button. Yeah, the whole Mario as activity set thing is probably interesting. Because that was the complaint about Princess Peach Showtime, is that, yeah, it feels like one of those Fisher Price busy boxes where you just kind of whack stuff. You just kind of whack. It's like they're activities. Gimme. It's gonna come back to life, so be careful. I'll take that. Yeah, there you go. 10 more of those. So the game tells you that there are 30 in this level, so there are 3 of those 10 coins around here somewhere. Isn't he gonna come back? No, well, because he's not coming back. Can I pound on that thing? That's the other question. Let me pound on that. Promise not to die. Nope. Steal one of these. Nah, screw it. Nah, I can get that. I might just have to glide over. Nope. Bad aim. I'll take that. Whoops. Dumb. Gimme. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Give me the loot. Darn it. Is that supposed to go the other way? That's amazing, but am I supposed to go the other way? Yeah, that way. What? Careful. Oh, these are worth 1/10 of a flower. Okay, we good? Miss any what? Miss any what? I'll take that. Okay, so I guess there are a few more around here. We good? Oh, there's more here. What? Careful. I want that. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ah, stupid. Nanikone. Whoops. Yeah, we're not done yet. You give me all down the way down. I'll take that. The Koopa shells are slower than they were in the NES games. Or in the Super Nintendo games, as I recall. Eat it. It's kind of late in the stage to have a Starman, but whatever. That's right, give me that. Got both of them. Rolla Rolla Koopas. It seems alright. It doesn't feel as like... This doesn't feel as like simplistic as the Kirby game did, the Forgotten World game. So we can unlock more levels. Okay, so we'll do that later. So yeah, we'll sample more of this later, but I just wanted to sample what was available at this early part of the game. Seems fine. I don't know if it was ever that hard, but it seems fine. Parachute cap. So I guess they're kind of doing a Mario Odyssey thing now. Courses. Okay, so yeah, I'll come back and play. How do I can travel to other levels? Oh, okay, that's cool. So you can just navigate it that way. That's kind of interesting. Standees. About standees. So it's like Dark Souls. They got Dark Souls and everything now. You know they screwed up when they put Dark Souls crap in a Mario game. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, the Dark Souls hype is real now if they're putting it in Mario games. During online play, yeah. They're just like, you know what the kids love? Dark Souls. Video games. There was a time when Mario set the tone for like video games, like back in the 80s, obviously, maybe the early 90s. Yeah, from the 80s, from the 20th century, there was Mario 1, then Mario 1, then Mario 3, then Mario 64. Set the tone for game design for nearly like 10 years. And now Mario's biting off Dark Souls. Uh, Purge them all, I say. Purge all of the Dark Souls from video games. Although, unlike some video games, Mario Odyssey has an assist mode, which is basically an easy mode. So suck on that and like it. It'll save our progress. We can go back and play earlier levels if we want. That's not bad. So we played this video game on a mounted Nintendo Switch. The cartridge was obtained from the Maryland Library System. Recorded this audio with the J5 Create 4K UHD capture device. It has a 4K pass-through, so I was able to play it on my television, which has a lower input latency than this uh, 2-core. Which is a 2-core? I want to say it's a 4-thread. It's my Windows 10 Education laptop, capturing at 60 frames a second. So again, I got this game out of my system. It seems perfectly fine. I'll play more of it later, I guess. But I figure this game and Mario Odyssey are going to be requested from the library very soon, so I'm not gonna be able to hold on to them for very long. But oh yeah, I recorded the audio with my Plantronics USB-A headset, which is why you weren't able to hear the music. I guess I'll put something in later. We'll figure it out. Let's pretend we want to hear the audio in a Mario game.